I'm already live. Hey there, everybody. How's it going for you? There ain't nobody here yet, so I'm basically talking to myself. But I'm okay with that. I knew this was going to be partially recorded anyways. Like, partially. One thing I'm going to tell you right out the gate I'm happy with. This is like, the third or fourth time I've used the YouTube Live app. I am extremely happy with the fact that now I'm not in a box. I don't have to be in like that little picture window, because that sucks. Being in that picture window, it sucks. Like, I looked at that video, I hated it. I hated every minute of that one. So, yeah, I like that the YouTube Live app is working properly now. I can see a couple of you entered the room. Hi, everybody. Thank you, Pierce. I love making them. Definitely love making them. Awesome. I'm really glad I do. He said you inspire me. I'm really glad I do inspire you. I have some information to dole out first, and then I'll go into like answering questions and stuff like that. The first thing I really wanted to talk about was the Topaz Mountain Adventures dig that I have coming up. I've had some people contact me about where is the local town that they can stay in a hotel, what's the possibility of staying in a hotel and being able to make it out to the dig site, and what kind of tools to bring and stuff like that. Also had somebody contact me about their family members that don't want to dig with us but want to be out in the area with their family, if it's okay if they're out in the area. And so I'm going to address all of that stuff right now. And I guess I should have probably addressed them one at a time and said some stuff. Thank you, Stacy. Oregon. I'm an Oregon boy. So first things first, your family, it's a public... The Topaz Mountain Adventures mining claim is on a state-owned piece of land that is adjacent to BLM public land. And when I say adjacent to, I mean smack dab on top of each other. So there is plenty of camping space in the local area, right outside the claim and farther outside the claim. Being that the claim is on state ground and in BLM land, all of them being sort of conjoined, like I said, your family is welcome to be on any of that property. I mean, they're just not welcome to dig inside the blasting zone where paying customers are going to be, but they're more than welcome to rockhound the whole rest of the area that's not, a private mining claim. So your family members that don't want to be a part of the MiningAmerica, blasting tours and digs and stuff like that, that's completely fine, no problem. They are more than welcome. Also, camping's free. It's not going to cost you anything to camp out there. It's not going to cost your people anything to camp out there because it's right next to public land. Let me turn that light a little bit. So it's right next to and on top of public land, and it's a beautiful, beautiful area. So all of that's no problem. The tools you're going to need. Anything you can break open, anything you use to break rocks open, like a pry bar. Sounds good, Stacy. Pry bar you should bring. It keeps popping up. Let me turn this off for a second, and I'll just keep on rolling by. And then I will check out the chat and answer any messages anybody says. So pry bars, rock breaking hammer, rock pick hammer. My basic two main tools are a point and a chisel, and I have 3 tools, and a sledgehammer, a handheld sledgehammer. Those are the main things I'm working with all day. I also like to have my rock breaking pry bar to move any big rocks out of the way and use leverage. I also like to have little wooden picks and a few stuff like dental tools, because sometimes you'll have a big piece of matrix with just like this tiny little beautiful crystal on it, and you just sort of want to pluck the crystal off without breaking it in half, and so that sort of stuff is good. Buckets, obviously, lots of buckets. I would bring some newspaper or a bundle of bubble wrap in the back of your car so that if you get some great specimens, I should have put that in the header too. I'm going to show you guys some bomb ass specimens. Like, I'm going to show you guys some killer stuff. So that you can protect them. you want to be able to protect anything really amazing that you get. Like my first trip out there, I was really, really unprepared for what I ended up pulling out of the ground. Like I was super, super unprepared. I didn't have the anything to protect what I got out of there. And I mean, I came out, my first trip, I came out of there with a lot of amazing stuff. Like I didn't know how amazing and how plentiful what I got out of there my first dig was until much later. I mean, that it was so amazing. Now in retrospect, it was just genius amazing. So on to the other main thing that people have been asking me. What should you bring, and where is a hotel if I want to stay at a hotel? On hotels, Delta's not a big town, and it's the closest thing that actually has amenities. So you're going to want to bring hotels, and then bring the hotel. You're going to want to book your hotel now, if as soon as possible. You're going to want to book your hotel because you don't know what's going on in the area. It's a huge rock pounding area, and it's a good time of year to be out there. So you're going to want to book that hotel as early as possible and look into what kind of hotels they have out there. I believe there's like 3 or 4 hotels in Delta. So it's not like, they're not going to have any. I'm not saying like, it's going to be all full or anything. But if you're one of those people that need special amenities, then I would definitely check in Delta. You can drive from Delta to the claim in about an hour and a half. It'll take you about 40 to 50 minutes to make it just outside of the rough and tumble dirt road area that then you got to go slow and stuff like that. And that'll be about another 45-50 minutes. So I figure about an hour and a half, a little bit over an hour and a half from Delta to actually getting to the claim. So what to bring? There's no amenities near Topaz Mountain except for 50 miles away. So you need to bring everything. You need to bring everything. Everything that you would camp with. All your food, all your toiletries, all your amenities, trash bags. Make sure you bring enough trash bags. This is a big deal, and I expect all of us to be super, super clean that show up out there. This is a huge deal for me when I go out in areas. I always make sure that I leave them better than I found them. If it's possible. If it's not possible, woohoo, no work except for my own stuff. But you have to take out what you bring in there. And I believe that answers all of the questions for Topaz Mountain Adventures and everything anybody needs to know. Except for if you haven't already got a ticket and you're interested in going, it's $100 for a 3-day pass, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You're welcome to show up out there Thursday and start digging Friday. It's $20 for kids 12 to 16, and then 16 and older are full price, and it's $20, $40 for a weekend, $20 for a day, and $50 for a single day if you're like a local that wants to come out there and dig with us and stuff like that. I think that covers it. Oh, or if you want me to dig for you, meaning that if you want me to pick some rocks for you throughout the day that you break open, because I really know what I'm looking for out there. I've picked some amazing stuff for people before. That's $50 a day. I think I have 8 of those left right now. And that's it for Topaz Mountain Adventure stuff, except for, let me show you this, dude. Let me show you. I'm going to put chat back on too right now. Let me put chat on. And I'm going to grab you guys a specimen. Can you even see that good? Let's see. Let me get this light going because you don't want no outdoor light. Stay. Yeah, the camera's not doing it justice, but you can still see how monstrously super cool that was. I act as if it's past tense, as if it's been used up. What you can't see is the crystals that are inside of it in the back because of the lighting. But this is a monster find. Like, I only found one thing like this, the other thing was better, but this is like a wow find. Got some pretty cool stuff that's not as wowing, that you're definitely going to end up finding stuff like this. with some work and some listening, you're definitely going to end up finding some stuff like this. All right. Thank you for the nice. Can I go back into the chat? Yeah, I can. I'd love to go to Virgin Valley for opals also. Yep, that's definitely a plan. Stacy, you should come dig thunder eggs at the Lucky Strike Thunder Egg Mine. Awesome eggs. I don't know where the Lucky Strike is, so where is the Lucky Strike Thunder Egg Mine, Stacy? Juniper Ridge opal mine would be awesome also if you could get the access. I have a demolition hammer and multiple kinds of bits and a big generator. I like that thinking. I like that thinking. You got these big badass tools. Let's go. I don't know anything about those people. Whoops. I don't know anything about those people. I've read a little bit on about their mine, the Juniper Ridge opal place. But I haven't actually, I wouldn't know how to contact them without actually showing up at the place and walking up on whatever public information they have. And Virgin Valley. Speaking of Virgin Valley, here's a little update for everybody. I have to go back to the West Coast. Okeechobee Mountains out of Prineville, Oregon. Well, Stacy, you're going to love this piece of information that I was just going to say then. Prineville, Oregon is where the Lucky Strike Thunder Egg Mine is she was just talking about. And I have to go back to the West Coast. I have some family issues. I have to go back and get one of our missing family members, to put it nicely, and not try to publicize anything too much of what's going on with that aspect. But I'm going back to Portland for a little while, and it's a must. I have to. So when I go back there, I have to be up there May 12th. So that's right after we dig in Utah for Topaz. So right after that, I have to be up in Portland in order to pick up our puppy, our old dog. Not our old dog, our dog that somebody stole. That's the most I'm going to say. Anyways, so I'm going to get the dog back. So after that, after I pick her up, I plan on digging as much as I can on the way back along the northern states. Now, I have some friends in the Virgin Valley, and I'm really, really hooked on opals, and I found some really cool stuff. Oh, sorry, Stacy, dude. My bad. We see the name Stacy, and we just assume, you know? I mean... But if it showed me a picture, like a dude, like, I get it. Like, you get that all the time when you're texting with people, I'll bet. They were like, hey, baby, what you doing tonight? What was I talking about? Oh, I being that I have to go all the way back there, I want to dig in some of the northern states on my way back here. I need to spend part of my summer with my children. But the beginning of the summer, I plan on digging from Oregon back this direction. I plan on hitting sunstones again. I didn't get enough of those. If I'm going to be going in that direction across the country, I need to treasure hunt in the areas I know there's treasure, right? So I'm going back for some more sunstones. I have friends in the Virgin Valley I might stop and visit. And I met somebody when I was in Quartzsite this year that owns a sapphire mine in Montana, and they do fee digs, and he had monstrous sapphires, like blue too. Like they were good, dude. Like they were really good. Let me see, I just had a couple of texts come in right there. Oh, I'm doing the wrong thing to see them. Glass Butte for obsidian, Dan Stevens says, and and Stacy just, no big deal. So that's the plans for the upcoming future. I'm not sure. I'm 6'2" and 300 pounds. I get it, dude. You can kick my ass, right? Mark Anderson. Let me see what you said. Oh, Mark Sutton. Georgia. I'm finding small garnets. I would head to Georgia. I just got back from Georgia. There's a dig in Georgia that's going on soon that I wouldn't mind making, but my son's birthday is that same time, so I don't think I'm going to be making it. And they raised the price a little bit drastically, I think. Like, I could be wrong. Maybe the price is fair. I think it's a little bit drastic, though. But what do I know? Like, I'm totally still a rookie at this. But, yeah. After Montana, I don't know what I'm doing. I have no idea what I'm going to do after Montana. Anybody got some questions? I just touched the screen, huh? Let's see. I've been working on getting this place up and running, and I've also been working on, let me do this. How do I flip it? No? Can I flip it? Yep, there I can. I've been working on getting all these things worked on. Trying to make them all glossy. That's what I've been doing the last few days, getting my area cleaned up. Have the cab machine back there, and I've got the grinding set up right there. Yeah, from what I've seen about sapphires so far, nothing's really digging except for one place, and that one place that you like dig from, I wouldn't recommend going and hunting for sapphires there. I would recommend, by the way, I'm responding to a comment that just came up. I should probably read the comment, huh? Do these things pop up live in the recording afterwards? I don't know. Stacy, I'm interested in doing a sunstone dig and a sapphire dig too. Never did a sapphire dig. Yeah, the one sapphire dig that was like dig your own out of like the top of the hill and stuff like that, I wasn't impressed with at all. Like, to say the least, I wasn't impressed with at all. I wish I would have gone there and I wouldn't have like thrown all the big rocks away, because I'm pretty sure they had some smoking awesome green and blue agates. And that would have been worth the time and the energy that I put into it. But instead, it wasn't that cool. And when I got back after doing the video of the place, I did some more research, and I found a YouTube video of somebody else that was sort of doing what I was doing, but it was like a total fluff show. Like, you could tell they didn't do any work. They were just like driving in and tourist-y stuff, just pure touristy stuff. And when I saw his video of the same exact area that I had been at and I had recorded, and I saw the bank and I saw the piles, it totally looked like the piles had been refreshed by the time I made it there. So, like, that's what it looked like. It looked like the piles had been refreshed by the time I made it there. How hard is the sapphire digging? From what I understand, most of the areas in the United States that you're hunting for sapphires used to be or are current riverbeds. So it's washing a lot of dirt is pretty much what it is. Just sifting and washing a lot of dirt and shaking or panning, depending on what you're doing. That's what I know about it, though. And I know very little, because, I mean, I didn't even know you could hunt for sapphires in the United States until 3 weeks before I went and hunted for sapphires in the United States at the fee digs up in Montana. Like, I didn't even know that was a possibility. A few years ago, I knew about opals, I knew about sunstones, and I knew about there was another one, and I knew about like the Sheffield, North Carolina. I knew about all of those because I'd seen them at one time or another on TV on like Caching Treasures. Like, that was the only reason I even knew about those places. Before that show, like a lot of people in the United States, I was like, dig for rocks. Like, I know people used to dig for gold, but do people still do that? Is that allowed? That's for real, man. What other information did I have? I can't remember what I put in my title. So, I don't really have much else to say, I guess. I think I covered everything that I had in the title. I could show you the other badass specimen I have. This is like this super duper. Here, let me flip the camera. Here, how you like that garage door? Yeah, it's much better working with the camera like this. So this is the best specimen topaz I have found yet. It's ginormous. You can't really see how, like, that's the whole thing in my hand. It weighs like 10 pounds of rock and matrix, but it's a gorgeous corner. I knocked it off of the rock and it came out just like this. Dumb, lucky, awesome. Oh, let me set that one down. And I keep all of my topaz with a black sheet over top of them. Oh. Horrible camera work. And I've got stuff all over right here. Did you ever dug obsidian? No, I have not dug for obsidian in California. I haven't done much digging in California yet, to tell you the truth. I've only done yep, all of this is from Topaz Mountain Adventures. Claim. I've spent multiple days there too. This one in the back is amazing. This is the thumbnail, this one right here. This is the thumbnail for I think the first trip. Is it a double terminated inside of a cluster? I already showed you that one, didn't I? This one's really awesome right here. I love this one. It doesn't have a ton of crystal on it. But what's so cool about this one, can you see this sort of like witch's face almost? So I think it looks like a... I think it has a profile like a face on both sides. And it's got some Bixbyte right there. You can see the topaz in the nose, right? Let me try and get the light just right. You get topaz in the nose. My Facebook information. On Facebook, I'm Coleco Wheels of Steel. And on my Facebook page is Mining America, and my Facebook group is Mining America. Let's see, here's another really sick topaz specimen. I'm doing horrible camera work right now trying to catch things. I'm looking over the top of the camera and screwing it up. So that's some of my stuff, only some. This is the one that started it all though. This cluster I found at my first video dig in Arkansas at Twin Creeks Mine. Thank you, Water Bear. It is pretty sick topaz. And then what's so awesome about this cluster is it's got like a geode in the back of it with crystal points everywhere. Found that on the first episode. Show you some more dope stuff. One of the fire agates I'm working on right now. this piece, this is an opal that I found on one of my trips to Virgin Valley. I can't remember if it was the first or second trip. It was the first trip I found this one in the Virgin Valley. And all of these are opals, like tiny little opals, black opals, white opals, brown opals, all mixed in. Thank you, Stacy. I know it is, right? It's dope. So I am going to clean this. You can see the bottom of that one looks black. If you look real closely right here, though, you'll notice that the opal right here, they're cracked, probably from crazing, just like that one is. It's not catching the fire that's in that one, but you can see the fire in it. So I'm going to have to be real careful. I don't want to split any apart. I just want to polish them. And I want to expose some of these that are hidden inside of here, because there's probably opal on the back side of that white, and that one too. It's opal there. And that's a piece of black glass right above my thumbnail. This one is another one I need to, this is one I want to need, let me say that again and screw it up. This is an opal that I got from Spencer. And if I can get the, trying to get the light just right so you can see it, the color in it. It's got this great color bar right there. And it's not just right there though. That same color bar is over here in this big divot. So I want to take my Dremel tool and I want to clean this area up and polish it up and get the really nice play of color on it. And then it's like a really sick opal specimen in the rough. And the color bar is pretty thick. Wish I could get it to dance for you. You can see it a little bit. Another really great one I got from Spencer is this one right here. And I've been scared to touch it because look at the color of the glass, man. Look how purple that is. Now the main guy at, or one of the guys that helps the people at Spencer, one of the, I can't remember his name, the tall bald dude. If any of you have ever been there, you know who I'm talking about. I can't remember his name right now. But he was talking about how cool and rare it is to find them that color. So I've screwed up so many opals in my ignorance of cutting that I haven't touched this one yet. Because it's the only one I found that has glass that's that color. Some great color bar up here though too. Where did I pick this one up from? Up back there. Yep. Let's see. So the 17-pound pocket. This is one of my favorite pieces. This is the back side and one half of it. It fits together like a puzzle piece. I'm not sure I can get it together with one hand. Oop, I'm trying not to damage anything while I'm doing it too. Alright, so anyways, they fit together like a puzzle piece, right? And it's got this beautiful terminations on the bottom and this bitroidal on top and the brown through there. And then you can totally see all the fire I get in it. It's one of my favorite pieces because the way it puts together, takes apart. Somebody just asked, what is the cost of the Virgin Valley? That really depends on what place you go to. Different places have different costs. If you're going to go and dig at the Virgin Valley, I would just generally plan on spending a minimum of $200 and up to $1,200 on a couple of days. You can see the fire right there playing in it, right? There's another piece of that 17-pound pocket. And a bunch of rough stuff that I haven't messed with yet that I really need to. I've got a bunch of other stuff I'm working on though. I'm hooked on carving the fire agate. Oh. These are the 2 fire agates I'm working on carving right now. Let's see, I get it wet enough this time. Yep. So you can see the gorgeousness of what I'm working on with the fire agates. One of these is for my son's birthday. Here's another amazing Spencer opal I'm working on too. Say working on, I stopped working on. I need to go back to it. Too much light, it doesn't want to shine for me. It's one thing I hate about white opals. Try to get white opals to play for you with the light needs to be just right. Anyways, I'll put that away. Stop talking in monotone. And then show you the amazing fossil crystal seashells. This is one I just found at the last dig. Pretty awesome, isn't it? I think it's awesome. Super cool, man. This is one I found at the first dig. And you want to find one like this, but with the whole shell connected and this not chipped off, with all those teeth sticking out and it really large, it's worth some really good money. Good money. I love this one though. But this is my hands down favorite. Because if you can see right there, the one that's getting bigger, it's like a calcite flower. Love that one because of the shape of that flower. Is so perfect. Oh, super awesome piece right here. Pretty cool half shell. And this is a really nice display full shell on matrix. Yeah. Alright, so I went through a bunch of the really cool stuff I've found, although it's by no means like all of it. That's just a bunch of the cooler stuff, because all that cooler stuff's right there. I need to put this topaz back away though. I see some questions coming in. Give me 1 second and I'll answer those. And I'm going to put these away real fast. And you see my Mining America shirt, right? Yeah, it's awesome. You should get yourself one. $20 in the Etsy store. Buy a Mining America shirt. Because every time you wear it out in public, you're advertising for me. That's why you should buy it. I did show you guys this one. Here, let me show you guys this one in the light. Let me reverse that too. See if I can you see him down in there? Pretty awesome. Stinking awesome. All right, now I'll answer whatever you guys just asked. Let me flip this back around real quick. Back around. There we are. Here we are. And what's the cost to do Virgin Valley opals? All right. Virgin Valley opals. Pretty much $100 to surface collect, and $200 to dig in virgin soil at the Peacock. At the Royal Rainbow Ridge is $600 for a bucket load, and check all their websites. And then I got 2 other guys just asked something. Water Bear, just starting out looking for quartz to begin with. Found a few crystals so far, but having trouble knowing what the telltale signs are of where to dig. Any tips? Not for virgin ground and hunting for quartz, bro. I'll tell you the truth, I wouldn't know. Although it's an extremely abundant mineral, quartz can be all over the place, anywhere almost, in my mind. It's like the second most abundant mineral on the planet, so there's a lot of quartz. Let's see what the other questions were. Does your son ever want to go digging with you? Hell no. This work, man. They've been digging before with me, although I do the heavy lifting. Even if they're just washing gravel and stuff like that, they're into it for like an hour, maybe 2. After that, they're done. They're not into it anymore after that. Almost all of them are like that. Let's put it this way. None of them have asked to go yet. Yeah, dude, my Spencer opals have some great flash. I've learned something about photographing opals, especially with a phone, though, is that you need to have the lighting dim and just right. It needs to be just right. Just the right angle, just the right brightness. And then the opals are like, bang, they're all there. Everything you see with your naked eye is there. But if it's not just right, which you can see just from like the haze of the lights behind me and stuff like that, this phone's not picking up just right. I need to have it in a lighted box. And then I have to work with the lighted box just right and get everything just dim enough for the Spencer opals to show up because they're so white. I'm probably making you guys sick with the camera movement, huh? Those opals are so white that the light just, boom, reflects back big time. Yes, they do. My garage, it looks like a mess, but it's actually not. It's like really organized. I spent like so much time making it like this. It's organized. And all this stuff is going inside too. I actually have it out here, those, for the purpose of this video. I was planning on showing some of this stuff off, but the lighting's so bad right now. I can see everything like hazing behind me. All I want to do is not see how bad the lighting is in the camera. All right. Everything's covered. I think everything's covered. Any other questions? Anybody got any questions? I'm probably going to go here in a second if you don't got a question. So I think I showed everything off. Questions? No? How long's the lag? Oh, 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 20 seconds. All right, guys. I love you for watching. Next time you see me, it probably won't be in the dirt. What flavor of juice? Brian got one in. This is actually 2P's Labs. It's called PHV3. It is a pistachios and mix of other stuff. It's a heady flavor. I really like it. It's yummy. It's one of the main flavors that I vape if I'm not vaping. Vaporlicious peanut butter cup and banana cupcake. Yeah. So, all right. Thanks for watching, guys. I don't have anything else to talk about off my cuff, to tell you the truth. And I have plenty of work I can be doing. So I think I'm going to get back to that. Thank you all for watching. I'm going to get back to cleaning up specimens and stuff. Oh, we got another question. Have you ever dug in Michigan? I have not ever dug in Michigan. The beginning of this video, or a lot deeper into this video, was actually talking about how I was planning on trying to hit some of the northern states on my way back from Oregon around the middle or end of May. In the middle of May, I have to be in Oregon. I'll probably only be there for a week, maybe 10 days. After that, I am leaving there, and I plan on digging in as many places as I can find along my way back, and I have about 6 weeks to dig. Straight A, it's $60 for Ruck's Pit. $60 and $5 for every 5-gallon bucket over your first 5-gallon bucket you take, and 1 yard rock. But if you get really, really lucky, you'll get yard rocks like this. Look at all those shells on that thing, man. That one. And that one's a monster, too. You see how much work I got to do, man? That's a lot of work. Like, just to try and get stuff out of there. Because the last thing you want it to do is end up like this. After you just had it in a big old piece like that. Yeah, Ruck's Pit, $60. But I think I'm going to go back to working on grinding some fire agate. Like, that's my thing right now. I'm definitely working on the fire agate. I'm totally in love with it, and I want to dig some more this winter. Go to the Upper Coppermine. If you dig in Michigan, they go to the Upper Coppermine dumps in the Upper Peninsula for copper? Question mark. Like, is that what I don't? I'm not that lucky, haha. I missed something, didn't I, straight A? How much for Ruck's Pit? Oh, I'm not that lucky. I got pretty lucky. You're welcome, Stacy. Appreciate you watching. All right. Yes, they do. Michigan Miner says yes, they do. They go up there for the copper. About getting lucky, straight A, I got really lucky that last time I was out there. The reason I got really lucky is I'm reading the text over here and then you guys are over here. The reason I got really lucky is because I told him I was coming out there. Of course, you're supposed to call him and let him know a couple days before you head out there in hopes that he'll put some fresh dirt while you're out there. But the second day that I was there, he had been contacted before that about a mineral group that was showing up out there. So he put a bunch of fresh dirt out there. And, oh my gosh, you want to see what pisses me off? Let me show you something that pisses me off. So this makes me mad, right? And it's my own fault because I should have cherry-picked all that dirt before that mineral club ever got there, but I didn't. I left everything. I was like, don't worry about it. So there were two kids that were with them that went to the top of one of the piles that had fresh dirt thrown on it from his area that he keeps them, and they went up there with a couple of pickaxes and just went to town slamming on the top of this pile like they were just beating stuff up. So I found a couple of the things that they were beating up. I'll show you right now, and it's really upsetting because I wish I would have found it before they blew up, because this is one of them. It was a full shell, but I found this and that was it. It was all broken, but that wasn't the super upsetting one. The super upsetting one, where do I have it? I don't even know where I have it. I'm not even sure where I have it at. I'm looking for it right now though. But I mean, dude, the teeth on this other one, here it is. Yeah, this is so upsetting. Those two kids had a good pile, and they didn't know to use water, and they just went to town smashing stuff. And how would I know they smashed this one open? Like, how would I know that this one was like a nice shell and it got destroyed? Because when I found it, all of this looked like this, which means fresh breakage. So upsetting. Like, this was a monstrously amazing, nice size shell. Who knows how big it was? Very, very sad. Very, very sad. So I know I said I was going to go like 4 times, right? I got work to do, man. Any other questions? I miss anything while I was talking? No? No, I think I got everything. I think I answered all the questions. Talked about some more frustrating stuff. How many views do you think if I put up a video that says dude vaping I could get? No. All right. So I'm going to hit post on this video. Let anybody else wants to. And I got some more videos coming up for you guys I'm working on. Also, with the digs I'm thinking about doing across the country, I'm considering on doing grub staking again. It's done well enough for me that it's helped me along my trips when it's really been needed. And at the same time, I'm pretty sure I've only ever had one grub staker that wasn't happy, and he was made happy by the end, so it really didn't matter. But yeah, all my grub stakers pretty much seem to be happy with what I send them. But to tell you the truth, compared to my boxes, yeah, you can't get a better deal than when I do a grub stake, because then I owe you one, man, and you really want me to owe you one because I pumped that box. You should check out what my homeboy Paul put on my Etsy store as his comment, because he has been one of my grub stakers from the beginning. And yeah, I take care of my people, man. So I love you for watching. Only got 1 year. Only 1 year. Just got on, missed everything. Andy, don't worry, man. If you got any questions, Andy, ask me now, because I'm getting off. But Andy, I'm gonna post this. You're gonna be able to watch it all. It's not a big deal. Like, it was just some information, chilling. I'm not gonna delete it because it's not in a square box. And to tell you the truth, I didn't even delete that video. It's just made unlisted, so where it was posted in a group, they can still watch it. But I guess I should have deleted it because it's sort of a horrible advertisement for myself. Yeah. Andy, you know I love you, man. So anyways, grub staking. I think I'm going to open that one up for this next trip because I have everything taken care of going to Portland, and all that's no problem. Coming back, I could totally just drive back. No problem. But digging at a bunch of places, I don't have enough finances to dig at a whole bunch of places. So I'm going to figure that one out. I think I might throw grub stakes up. At the same time, buy a shirt, man. Don't forget to get your Mining America shirt. Support the cause. You support the digs and you show people that you love me. I'll see you in the dirt. You know I love you for watching.